Hello, hello. Whew. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We've got epic troll slayers, and you have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And if you have... we have a fantastic community. Because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, whatever works best for you. I'm a little distracted just up front, just because I'm afraid I'm the Stay Calm the videos that are live streams I've been doing before this live stream. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to step away from doing that. I'll be going through the end of the month, so about a week, other than Sunday, because I have Sunday off because Sarah's not around. But there's so much else going on, so I feel terrible. But yeah, so I'm afraid I'll be stepping away from Stay Calm. But Black and Orange, still going to be here every day. Creative sprints. Hopefully I can put more energy toward color organization and create more content that can really help. So, all right. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the art. I've been doing some, I've been making covers for this channel for August, and I've been doing a whole lot of kind of mid-century business-inspired stuff. It's been interesting. Oxford Cat became a new member. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lou says you have enough on your plate. I know. I still feel bad. I hope I'm not letting people down. There's still months and months and months worth of those live streams over there for relaxation. So. All right, so we are going to jump in because, oh boy, at 2 minutes 45 seconds in. Thank you for being here. Tammy says I love mid-century anything. Okay. And Sandra Lee says I never made it to Stay Calm. Meditate in the morning. I understand. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. All right, kids, buckle up. So now this is the story, because of course everything I talk about on the story, I talk about on the live stream, I have links in the description box to the facts about the story, to reputable sources of news. So thank you, Woodpile Witch. So this really is news with friends, and once again there have been other people, I will say, on the U of Tubes who have brought up certain supposed news or part of a story, even this morning, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? Oh, okay, hang on, I need to go research that. I need to go look at that. And it turned out it was just some person who just said, oh yeah, but there's no news anywhere. And it's like, no, that is not how we roll here at Black and Orange, which are the colors of Halloween, just so you know. That's why it's named that. Anyway, so this is a reputable story. I'm wondering about the wording on this one. Trump is being advised. Advised, really? To get rid of Bondi to save himself with his base. Is it just me, or do you think maybe he thought of that himself and is calling up everybody and saying, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Barb says the overlays are more 1950s than Deco. Oh, absolutely. I've been focusing on mid-century, which is 1950s. So, so because Bondi lied and said there are no files, there are no lists. I think she said there's no list. Anyway, but Bondi has lied about various things. Deb says he's not going to get rid of her. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you, Beth. I wouldn't be surprised if he is floating this. He'll do anything right now to get people to stop talking about this. Oh, she's not saying it, to the best of my knowledge. So, anyway. Dumpy is worried. Very, very worried. His base has him on the defensive. Star, well, she's the center at the moment as the AG. 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I think it's going to be a matter of what her and Blanche, the deputy AG, can get Ghislaine Maxwell to do. Because Blanche met with Ghislaine yesterday in her prison. You know, like the deputy AG of the United States often just goes to visit a prisoner. And he brought a banker's box full of stuff. And when she left and went back inside to the prison, yeah, she was carrying a big banker's box full of stuff. And he's visiting her again today. It's what they can come up with. Oh boy. Okay. Flames coming out of the sides of my head. Careful, kitties. You'll get Fawn said for 6 hours. Really? Oh, no, Tam said for 6 hours. I'm so sorry. Tam said 6. So he was there for 6 hours? Unbelievable. Oh, look, there's the Emperor. So, Bondi going to stick around? I'm getting the exact same thing. He likes her. He's in a crisis, and he sees her as very important. She's right in the middle, and she's a big magician. Her and Blanche, where can they point, look over there, prove this, do that, working. I'm not getting an answer. I'm getting, it depends on what they do, how much they can come up with, how much they can come up with something that is going to take the pressure off of Dumpy. And I don't think anything can take the pressure off of Dumpy. Matter of fact, let's look at that. At 9, 45 seconds, will they come up with something to take the pressure off? Be nice, as in I run a daytime show. Don't type in what you really want to type in. Okay. Okay. Will they come up with something to take the pressure off President Dumpster Fire? Because this whole thing smells to, this whole thing stinks to high heaven. Let's put it that way. Okay. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Cindy Lou says, in the words of Autumn, he did this to himself. Yes. Oh, Trump's visit with Pal yesterday. That's on the list. Oh, wow. Pal was having none of it. It was glorious. Anyway. Well, who would he replace her with? Thaddeus is asking. Bondi wasn't his first choice for AG. Trump's first choice for AG was Matt Gaetz. Anyway, will Bondi, Blanche, what have you, will they come up with something that takes the pressure off of Trump? Oh, yes, all of these names are going to release. Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. Oh my gosh, Amy, thank you so much. That makes a massive difference. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. Look at all these other men. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. He's hoping. They are trying to do anything to get this to go away. It's more like this. These are cards for the reading. 3 major arcana. She's help him, Pam Bondi. You're his only hope. She just keeps coming up as Hope Empress and TikTok because this is really bad for him, which it should be. Yeah. Shaky ground, but working. Oh. All he has to do is commute her sentence. He doesn't have to pardon her. All he has to do is commute her sentence, and she is out of this country like that. At the very least, in back to France, and more likely going somewhere that does not have an extradition treaty. Yeah. Debsy says, I read Leaker says that Taco Man is going to give Maxwell a pardon in secret. He doesn't even have to. All he has to do is commute her sentence. And she's gone. But that, just keep everything obfuscated, but that's not going to be good enough. That would not be good enough. There's still Democrats in the legislature. There's still... this is not going away. But unbelievable. This kid says Bondi won't be able to stop the congressional committee's investigations. His goose is cooked. Yeah, no matter who else they try to, look, if you've got evidence against Bill Clinton, bye. If you have real evidence against anybody, bye. That's and frankly, I've heard there was one of us talking heads, one of political people in media who was saying that's the difference between Democrats and Republicans. If there's somebody on our side who's guilty, who's there's credible evidence, bye. So I'm going to... Oh, now I'm thinking about Sienna Rose. By the way, this Sunday at 1:30, I'm having a Reiki healing session with Sienna. So I highly recommend it. She does it remotely. So, yeah, Sienna Rose, Tarot and Consulting. I'm really looking forward to it. I've had Reiki healing with her before, and she's very, very good. Really looking forward to it. But she came out with a short on her channel. There are 3 kinds of readers. And I think the second one was the one more card reader, trying to get clarifiers. It was like, anyway. On the defensive, a day late, $1 short. Oof, yeah. The victims there. It's all minor arcana. That's Dumpy, ick. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, victims who've grown up. And he's on the defensive. This isn't going away. Not going away. And frankly, even if let's just say Donald Trump was poofed into another dimension, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Poof, gone. I don't know that this would entirely lose ground on trying to find out who the other perpetrators were. So, all right. There was a question here at 1710 about what kind of dirt is Murdoch in the Wall Street Journal. What kind of dirt are they sitting on? Chris Cole says, you're not alone with clarifiers. I blame the cards, which are not always clear. Mm-hmm. Or they tell you the story up to a point. And it's like, no, I need to know the next part. All right, Murdoch. Oh, talk about the Crypt Keeper. All right, you got more dirt you're going to spill? Joey says, I heard that Blanche just wants Maxwell to give up all the Democratic names. Mm-hmm. Yep. Funny that. With zero transparency. Honestly, what do you think is in that box that Blanche gave her? And I know there are funny things we could come up with, but I want your detective skills on this. What would make sense is in that box? All right, Murdoch, King of Pentacles. That's him. Mr. Moneybags himself. Ace of Swords. That's a sword of truth. Knight of Pentacles. Make some money. Magician. 8 of Pentacles. They're actually, it feels like they're still digging. They're getting things sent to them because they put out that first story. It feels like other people are sending in things he wrote, proof of conversations he had, cases. There's a deep well. This man has been a human dumpster all of his life. And he's in his 70s. And he's been in the public eye since at least his 20s. There's a deep well of ick. So thank you, Finzenberger. Patty saying compromat to get her to play ball. Okay. Dorina says lists of people they want taken down, and or lists of some of the people known to be involved, Democrats, or people they want to get rid of. Melissa says different deals in the box. Pick one that fits best. What else did I miss back up here? Debbie says photos? Okay. This is all the names Maxwell needs to forget. Fawn says study the evidence to help them get away. Terry says pamphlets on plastic surgeons and a new face she could have. Okay. Just having a look. Oh, I don't know. Debbie's asking when they search the box to see if it has contraband. I doubt there's contraband in it. Honestly. Jennifer's escape plans, new passport and identity. All Trump has to do is commute her sentence and bye. Joyce says, I heard that Box B has information for her appeal. Visualize 70 says, so welcome to tonight's Shiny Floor game show. Let's play What's in the Box. So, okay. Let me see what I can pick up. At 20. What's in the Blanche banker's box? The BBB. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the green panels today. So that banker's box, what's in it? Besides everything that's making my skin crawl. Why would the Assistant Attorney General of the United States be giving information to a convicted pedophile? Think about that for a minute. She does have some hoops she needs to jump through for them. She is in a bad position, and they're saying how things could get worse. But if you're willing to work and you're willing to, that would be name some of the partners, especially Democrats, but there's a big shiny thing here at the end. There is no good reason why the Assistant Attorney General of the United States of America should be going to the prison to talk directly with a convicted pedophile and hand her a box of stuff. Not an investigator. The second at the Department of Justice. And that is a shiny, shiny object for her. Which says, it reminds us they met for 6 hours. So at 25:30, is it going to work? Is whatever is what they are planning going to work? Even if it doesn't take, well, of course, it would probably be designed to take pressure off of Trump, but whatever they're planning, is it going to work, or is everyone basically going to be saying, no? They're treating her like they've got her on a leash right now. They are threatening as much as they are promising. Trump's worried. Yes, she knows a lot. Here's the thing. Let's never forget. Apparently, there are Epstein victims who have been trying to get to, say, talk to the assistant attorney general, trying to talk to people in power. And he's not talking to them. He went to talk to the convicted liar and pedophile, but not the victims. Funny that. Big old justice card right in the middle. She's being promised fruits of labor, magician. They have a scheme. They absolutely, yes, I know how incompetent they usually are, but boy, they have a scheme and they are really going to try it. This is not going away. Don't care what you say. Big show men who are in positions of power, happy families. This isn't going away. They're going to try to pull stuff, but it will be good if more of the men involved are brought to justice. But we're not forgetting you, Donald. Oh, I found out some more stuff last night that I'm not going to share. You could find it if you wanted to. About what happened to victims, and it's like, okay, I'm not putting that in anybody's head. However, here's the thing. I need to read on this because I am concerned about something. I haven't heard other people talking about this anywhere. So this is just between us. Make a note there. And put up my entertainment only sign. Okay. Let's talk for a minute here. You and me. Okay? There has been talk, there have been rumors that one of the reasons that Epstein got away with what he did for so long, because there's talk that prosecutors were told, leave him alone, he belongs to intelligence. There's been talk, we've heard rumors that he was somehow involved with Mossad, CIA, or what have you. Probably Mossad, but not necessarily exclusively Mossad. Right? I hate to even say this. I hate to even float this idea. But considering the level of cover-up, considering the heinousness, considering how hidden all of the identities of the men involved have been, is there a situation here where intelligence knew exactly what Epstein was doing because they wanted the compromising material on these important men? Did intelligence, whether it's Mossad or CIA, excuse me, or somebody else, did they know all about this? And they turned a blind eye to what happened to these women, these girls. And that's why it's still so quiet. And, oh, well, I mean, you don't want to expose the men because then the compromat you have on them doesn't matter. You can't control them. You can't get them to do what you want. Because I also, on YouTube, every once in a while, I get shown a video of, so-and-so was who was a former CIA agent, has, can tell you how to, I forget what, how to do this or that, or manipulate or get what you want in life, because this is, the CIA has been studying for years how to control people, how to get what they want out of people, how to get hidden stuff, etc., etc., etc. Do you know how many sociopaths are in intelligence? I'm not saying they all are, but there's some really cold people in intelligence. Really cold. Was an official intelligence agency, have they been turning a blind eye? Well, I will have to pull some more cards, because what I am getting is, yeah, he was in this position of power. Epstein was in this position of power, sitting pretty after all the heinousness he did. Ace of Cups. Talk about emotion. Whew. Holding that, having pictures, having video. and keeping it perfectly quiet. Gave Epstein a sweetheart, make sure Epstein gets a sweetheart deal, gets left alone. Sword of truth. Well, if you're blackmailing somebody, I keep things quiet. The swords aren't being used at all. But I have the truth. Lena says you're talking about our intelligence agencies? I'm talking about any. I'm talking about Mossad, CIA. Could be. I'm talking about anybody. But Knight of Wands now, Dumpy is threatening to wreck the whole thing. Him and his clumsy buffoons. I don't want to believe this. I really don't. But I think if we don't consider the possibility that some very, very cold, manipulative people who can run, the CIA is not some liberal democracy. Maris says also covert arms deals. Well, yes, Epstein was involved in arms deals back in the day. But if this is the case, all right, see if I can get some more information. Is somebody running this? Okay, I'm not getting the kind of major arcana that to me would say somebody found out about Epstein and said, hey, he's got this stuff. Let's use him. Like, I'll keep an eye on this. I'll make sure that he doesn't get in trouble. Because don't forget when Ghislaine Maxwell, her father was said to have been pretty high up in Israeli intelligence. And I believe he's the only civilian whose funeral was attended by, was it 5 former heads of Israel? Something like that? So she could have had connections, and he could have had connections, and he's the most disgusting human. Sitting pretty, people of power on the defensive. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Tower. So even though this is a knight here, I'm getting more first of all, there were people who knew what he was doing. There were. This feels more like keeping an eye on him. I wonder if they were taking his compromat. That's what I should be asking. Were they taking his compromat? Because this needs to stop. I know I'm naive to just be like, trafficking needs to stop, but it needs to stop. Valerie from Sage the Scales Tarot said, I think you have landed fully in the bog of eternal stench. Yes, I have. Whew. This is the boggiest of the bog of eternal stench, or the stenchiest. Were they using his compromat? As much as I want to say no, tornado sirens sounded in parts of Chicago areas. Funnel clouds have been spotted. Not around here. Oof, bless. I hope people are okay. These are the victims. Ouch. Hemmed in. Knight of Wands, lies. Obfuscation. Okay, what I'm getting is I don't think intelligence was running him as to get the compromat. But there were definitely people turning a blind eye. Definitely people turning a blind eye. And may every one of them feel the flames of the underworld under their feet. Yeah, this whole thing is awful. Tony says, like, they tapped his phone. Yes and no. Oh, also says around Oak Lawn. Okay, thank you. Honestly, I don't think Trump's smart enough to be an actual Russian agent. That's truth. I really, he's so easily manipulated. The good news is, for what it's worth, this isn't going away. And there's the Emperor, and he's going to end up a day late and a dollar short. That's Dumpy. As he should. Yeah, Lewis, he's a stooge, not an agent. Yeah. He says, I'm sure there were many turning a blind eye. Mm-hmm. Wow. But yeah, we're not giving up on this. This is not okay. It's not okay. And while you do have people like Ghislaine, most of the time, you have, things like this are less likely to happen, I believe, when you have a lot of strong women in power. That's like, no, this is not okay. So, okay. Where are the kitties? There. Whoops. Come on, mouse, work with me here. There we go. All right. Okay. At 44:30, I need to get out of this topic. Bernadette Smith has asked for a couple of days now, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get to your question. Has Dumpy just given up on the truth? Everything that comes out of his mouth is a blatant lie. Has he completely lost his grip on reality? If you watched him with talking to Powell yesterday, the Fed chair, he was doing his usual lies. He was doing his usual, oh, the price of this is this much, this many billions of dollars, and Powell's just standing there, and he's just like, no, you're it's like you're adding a third building. No, that's not how much this costs. Well, there's this building in the overrun. No, that was built 5 years ago. It was glorious. It's Powell. He knows numbers. You cannot play games with numbers around someone like Powell, the head of the Fed chair. Are you nuts? That says that was a beautiful thing to see Powell speak up. Yeah. Liz B. Blue says, loving the 50s kitties today. Thank you. Melissa says, Trump equals truth. Oil equals water. Yes. How's his grip on reality? He's lied for so long. He has lied for so long. He's lied for fun. Do you remember the story about his niece? Oh, Julie, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. His niece, Mary, she tells a story where, was it Marla? Was it Melania? Was it somebody? But they were at some kind of family gathering, and Trump introduced whoever he was with to Mary. I'm sure some of you will know the story. And Trump said to who he was with, oh, she's a recovering addict. And she was on these terrible drugs. And Mary's like, excuse me, no. What are you talking about? I've never taken drugs. And Trump was looking at the person with him like, she's like, what are you talking about? It was Melania? Thank you. He lies even before, for decades and decades and decades. He lies for fun. Hello, boo-boo. How are you doing, sweetheart? Did you get some rest? His grip on reality. He's got the nuclear codes. Oh, great. Day late and $1 short. His health is not good. He's always been, this is his bludgeon. He's always been a blowhard, vile jerk. And it's part of the plan. It's how he's always operated. All of his life. So I'm not, his health is bad. His health is very bad. But he's always been like this. It's just scarier now. So Old Silver says he loves putting others down to make himself feel better. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Narcissism 101. Yep. Whew. Okay, so let me see here. It's 49 something. All right, Scotland. I mean, I can't come after you. I mean, first of all, you're lovely. Second of all, my country actually voted this jerk in twice. I'm so sorry. However, Scotland is preparing for Trump to visit both the Turnberry course and the new Trump International course in Aberdeenshire. Really? I can't blame you. we're still dealing with him over here. But I thought you guys were doing something to curb his business reach over there. Cindy Lou says, no, we didn't, not my President of the United States. Well, I understand. I sure as heck didn't vote for him either, but they were still our countrymen. Summer Virgo 81 says, Scotland's news headlines had me rolling. I didn't see them. Old Silver says they met him with ugly headlines. The American criminal arrives. There's the Scotland we know and love. Whew. Oh, I don't know how to put this, but apparently at the golf course Trump already had there, they've had to put extra security up because people were, let's just say, going on to the Trump golf courses and filling the holes. Anyway, Amy says, check out the front page of this paper. It says, convicted felon to arrive in Scotland. Good. Anyway. Ick. He's just awful. Oh, look at his big, beautiful businesses. Yeah. Emoluments? Anybody? Businesses? Anybody? Four of Cups. These businesses, look, entertainment only. I don't have direct evidence of this. I don't have direct evidence of this. We'll say my opinion. My opinion is this is money laundering. Golf courses traditionally don't make a huge amount of money. But boy, can you launder money through them. So, so now he has 2 golf courses in Scotland, which is where his mother was born. Scotland. My understanding is she was born like in like the out in the islands, and I don't know if he was actually there, but it was way out. But it's all minor arcana, I can tell you that. It's just a bunch of puttering around. No, this is pathetic. This is just him swanning around. Bye, whatever. Anyway, okay. Where are the kitties? There. Okay. All right. I'm gonna questions I don't get to today, I'm gonna roll over to tomorrow. But right now it is 54:30. At 54, okay, chat had a question. We need to look at Vance. 54:50. Because you've got a point. Okay, Chat was asking, will Vance leave office before DJT does? I wouldn't think so, but it's weird. I don't get good cards for Vance. You would think he's a shoo-in. Burnett says, must we? I know, but you ask, I read. Cindy Lou says, like cowbell, we need more kitties. Yes. That's why I do the art and the stuff. Because we don't live in this muck. Yeah, Mark, no chance Vance. Yeah. All right, seriously, is Vancy Pants, Shady Vancy Pants, going to I would not think so, but we'll have a look. Outer Hebrides. That's it, Anne. Thank you. Oh, shady. Huh. All right, the base. Not a big fan of Fancy Pants. Hey, this man has the charisma of a wet paper towel. He really does. At least a wet paper towel is useful. Not great. If something were to happen to Dumpy, there are some people who would be pleased. But also, this is more coming out about Epstein, about... There are a lot of things that can happen that can turn the tide of power. So at the end, is Vance going to leave office? Is Vance going to have a hard time? So why does this end with silence and chaos? If everything's just going to go swimmingly, and this is pretty typical, that Trump's health is bad, people are talking, it would make sense. It would make sense that if something happens to Trump, Vance becomes president, he takes over MAGA, they go down their misogynistic, awful, heinous ways. Tra-la, tra-la. So why? It's bringing up that he has zero charisma. He is charismaless. And absolute chaos. I never get good cards for the outcome. It's like, even if he were to, like, maybe he does become the 48th president. How depressing is that? Even if he does, I get terrible cards for him. Terrible. So, yeah. All right. Cards for us. We need to get out of this energy. Whew. Just scrub down. 59 minutes. Thank you for going down in the muck with me today so we can go through the news together. Cards for us on this lovely Friday. Teresa says, quick, where's Boo Boo? I don't know. He woke up from his nap, walked away. I'm sure he'll be back. Probably this afternoon. He's really been spending afternoons on creative sprints, just clunk right here up against me. So he'll probably be there this afternoon on creative sprints. Cards for us. Well, that's not exactly heartening. Actually, I know what they're saying. Okay. I know what they're saying. This is us. Traditionally, this is the Six of Cups is the card of nostalgia, but it's a nice card. This is, perhaps he's selling these, or maybe he's gifting them, but he's giving her one. There's growth. It's lovely. It's nice. There's even a guard over here doing his rounds. Everything's safe. This is nice. And it's in the middle. And this is where we are. And we need to hold on to this. Because there's so much else going on around us. So much nastiness in the news, what have you. But no matter how bad the news is, you are still this. And that makes a big difference in this world. It really does. And we need to focus on this because this is what's in the news. But we didn't cause this. We're not a part of this. We are actively against this. You are a nice person. You are a nice person. So be a nice person. And know that you are a light. Hi, you are a light in this darkness. There's a boo-boo. Hello, boo-boo. Did you have a nap? And a little snack. Are you all set now? A little water, a little snack. Oh, hello. You seem very happy. He seems very happy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, there's good in the world. Yes, there is. Crisco said, what, no room for the Ten of Swords? I know, right? It's okay. It's okay. No, he's all happy. That's going to do it for me for today. I hope you do have a good rest of your day. Oops. That's a microphone. No. Duh. Rob says, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yep. Hi. He's purring. He's making biscuits. Oh, he's a happy kitty. Hi. He's so happy. Oh, jeez. Okay. Sorry, he keeps hitting the microphone. Oh, he's a precious. He's a precious. Yes, he is. I hope you can tell how happy he is. All right. Hi. It's okay. It's okay. I'm covered in cat hair. Absolutely covered. Oof. You're just a big sweetie. Yes, you are. You're just a big sweetie. Beth says he's clearing your energy. He pretty much is. Hey. Oh. So versus I can tell how loved he is, and he loved you for it. Oh, I am lucky. I am lucky with both of these kitties. You don't see Alfie as much, but I go look for him and make sure he has extra treats. And yeah, all right. Well, hang in there, and I will see you this afternoon at Creative Sprints, and I will see you right back here tomorrow Please remember you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead, and there's good in this world. There really is. All right, so be well, hang in there. And I'll see you later. The good elf.